Hey guys, John here. I'm at one more round in St. Pete, and I worked a very basic combination in my classes today, and I want to show you guys some variations so that we can make it more advanced. The combination itself is going to consist of a jab, a cross, and a hook. All right, we're going to use 5 punches total, but it's only a jab, cross, and a hook that we're choosing from. And then within that 5-punch combo we're going to throw, we are going to add in a little bit of footwork. We're going to add in maybe a kick, a knee, or an elbow, just an extra attack, so that we can make it more advanced. So what I want to show you, the goal of today's video, is that we can keep the punching combination very simple. What we do during the combination or in between the combinations is what's going to make it more or less advanced, help us with our defense, and also create more offensive opportunities. All right, so like I said, the combination we're throwing is going to consist of a jab, cross, and a hook, and then we're going to add a jab, cross at the end of it. So again, 3 punches, 5 total strikes. We're going to throw jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. And I'm going to show you to start with no movement, no footwork, and no extra steps. The one thing you can do here without movement is add a pause. So for the combination, all I'm throwing is a jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. Okay? Now, before I throw that jab, cross at the end, I have options, but I can throw it with no pause. And that's what we're going to start with. Jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. All right? My only focus here is to keep my hands high, keep a solid stance, and that's it. All right, I'm going slow. I'm exaggerating my pullback after the hook. As we go faster, you can leave it hang a little bit, but real simply, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. Now, one way, without moving your feet too much, that you can change it up is just add a pause after the hook, like a reset. So I'm going to throw my jab, cross, hook, set, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, set, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, jab, cross. All right, so very simple combo. Jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, 3 punches total, 3 different punches total. Now, we can do a lot of things before, after, but during the combo is what I want to focus on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding things after my hook before I throw the last jab, cross. And the first easiest thing to do to understand is if this opponent is going to punch me back, I want to hit and not get hit, and then hopefully cause more damage after that. Damage, get out of the way, and damage again, and I'm going to accomplish that with a simple step back. Nice and easy. So in my stance, jab, cross, hook, step back, and I'm going to step back into my jab, cross. Straight line. I know we like angles. You don't want to back up in a straight line too often. However, this is just going to help you get that rhythm break and help you change the combo up. So it's jab, cross, hook, step, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, step back, jab, cross when I step in. So that little pause changes that combo completely. If I ended up throwing jab, cross, hook, jab, cross a few times at my opponent, that little pause is going to give them kind of a break. They think they can recover. That step back in hopefully lands. The other version of a footwork break I can add to that is just a simple angle. I'm not going to focus on slipping or turning my shoulders too much. I'm just stepping to the side. In kickboxing, a lot of attacks are going to come straight in. So all I want to do is get a small step out to the side and complete my combination. Hopefully, if they're throwing anything, it's going past me. So that's going to look very similar. I'm going to go jab, cross, hook. Instead of stepping straight back, I'm going to step to my right side, jab, cross, and then I could back up and reset. So it's jab, cross, hook, side step, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, step, jab, cross. And you can see, probably if you've seen other videos that I've done, I could throw that hook, I could slip as I step and reset, but then I'm more keen to throw my power punches. So I like to keep my distance with that step so I can land that long jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, reset. All right, so we have staying in place, and we have using very basic footwork. A step back, step to the side. Now, instead of that pause or that footwork being our break, let's add a different attack. And when I say we're adding extra weapons, what I mean is I'm going to make a kick, a knee, an elbow, or something of that nature, fill in that footwork gap. So instead of a step back, I could throw the kick. And that's what I prefer a lot of the time. So I'm in range of the bag, or I step in, I have my jab cross hook, and in place of my step back or angle, I'm going to throw my rear leg roundhouse kick to the leg, to the body, doesn't matter, but I'm going to throw jab cross hook, roundhouse, as I swing my roundhouse back and plant, jab cross. All right, jab cross hook, kick, jab cross. Jab cross hook, kick, jab cross. Now, before even breaking, if you know my kicks, you know my knees, so I can fill with the knee instead. Same combination, same pace. I'm just going to use my right knee instead of my right kick. And this is where you're going to have to use a little footwork because you might want to be in a little tighter and you have to work your distance more. So don't sweat it. Keep a solid stance. If you do need to work in, take your time until you get it down and you feel comfortable. So on this one, jab cross hook. I'm going to take a small step in with my lead foot, hit with my right knee, come back, jab cross. I'm throwing my jab cross after I plant. Jab cross hook, knee, jab cross. And we can add an elbow. So in place of the kick, knee, now it's going to be an elbow. Now on this one, I am going to get a little closer and it'll lead us into our next round. So on this one, I'm going to throw jab cross hook. I'm going to step in. I'm going to grab the bag. It could be my opponent's head. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to do a smash elbow. I'm not slicing across, nothing fancy. I just want to hit with that elbow, step back with my hands up, jab cross. So again, jab cross hook, elbow, out, jab cross. So we've done footwork, we've done kick, knee, elbow. What are some other things we can do in this combo to break up the rhythm and just to change it up a little bit? Keep it simple, but add one little step to throw somebody off and make it a little more advanced. So one thing is, and I know most fights, most referees are going to tell you you can't push. Every fight you can push. You got to strike right after though. And that's our goal in this one. Maybe someone's tied me up. Maybe I'm in the corner with them and I need to get off fast. Very important to keep my hands up, but I am going to push in this one. And so what I'm going to do on this, and it could be just off the punch, it could be off the elbow, off the knee, any of this would work. But I'm going to throw a jab cross hook, and as I get closer to the bag, with my hands up, preferably if they're covered up on their own hands so they can't punch, I'm going to push as I step back, come back in, jab cross. Okay, that push does a couple of things. All right, if I can push their hands, they're hopefully going to be off balance slightly. They can't hit me back. And then also, as I push back, they're being pushed back as well. I'm stepping back, and before they get a chance to fully recover, that jab cross is coming down the middle again. So you're not giving them a chance to strike you. So jab cross hook, jab cross. Now you will get in trouble in a lot of places if they just see you pushing and not doing anything, but if you do a quick push, and it's more so to get you back and strike right away, there's no break in the action. All right? Jab cross hook, jab cross. Jab cross hook, jab cross. All right? Now off the elbow, that's a good example. I'm going to go jab cross hook, elbow, maybe they're grabbing me, holding on to me, my hands are up, I'm pushing off, jab cross. All right, so it works for that as well. Other little things you can add in without getting too complicated, keeping it very simple, not a slip or a roll, but a quick little dip, a little level change. It's going to make them think and hopefully catch them off guard. And all that would be in my stance without moving forward or back. Jab, cross, hook, small level change. That little pump right there acts as a feint. Okay, they don't know how to react to it all the time. I'm going to stand right back up and hammer a 1-2. Simple as that. There are other things you can do, okay? I can change not just the rhythm of that combination, but I can also change the speed of that combination. I can change the power of certain punches in that combination. Maybe I touch them up with a 1-2-3 jab cross hook, nice and light, and then I fire that 1-2 hard. Get them thinking I'm pitter pattering, and then fire hard. That's something throws people off guard. 1-2-3 light, hard 1-2. Simple as that. The last thing I'll say about this combination, it doesn't have to be that punch combination, okay? The purpose of this is to show you that in any combination, it could be a jab, cross, hook, cross, 1-2-3-2. Anytime in the middle, sometimes before and after, that you change up the rhythm or the style of how you're throwing it is enough to, essentially, we could call it a brand new combination. I'm throwing off the rhythm. I'm throwing the same thing in different ways. And in a kickboxing fight, especially at the amateur level, unless you're training with certain guys, like, if you train with my old coach Rich and stuff like that, they make everything super high level no matter where you're at. So kudos to them. But for most people at most gyms at an amateur level, even into beginning as a pro, keeping it simple and just changing the rhythm, the tempo, the speed of different strikes within that combo, the power, little bit of movement here and there is enough to throw somebody completely off their own game. So I recommend with whatever combos you want to try on the pads with your partner, on the bag, or even shadow boxing, all you do is pick one combination for a whole round and find 2 or 3 different ways to add to that combo without changing the actual strikes themselves. Again, we're going to add kicks, we're going to add knees and elbows, but the hands are staying the same. So hope you guys take something from this lesson. I'll add more like this coming soon.